Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new poem, that is Homework, written by Ron Mendrick. So firstly I am going to read the one paragraph and then I am going to explain you the poem. So let's begin with the poem. I will do my homework tomorrow. I will complete it in a flash. I am going swimming now. You should see me splash. So, in first para, the poet does not want to do the homework, or the poet does not likes to do his homework. And he says, I will do the homework tomorrow and will complete it quickly. But right now, I am going for swimming and mama, you can see me doing swimming. Now let's read the second paragraph. That night, when I was sleeping, I saw a shadow loom. It towered tall before me in a corner of my room. So now in second stanza, the poet gets very tired by playing or by doing swimming or by indulging in some other activities. So the poet is sleeping now, and the poet in his dream sees a very large shadow which is standing near the poet in one of the corner of the room. Now let's read what does the shadow do. And so I made a dash for it and raced right up the stairs, jumping over footstools and toppling over chairs. So when the poet saw the shadow in his dream, he was just shocked and he was surprised. So he just ran quickly towards the upstairs, and by jumping and by steadily he was just moving to save himself from that shadow. Now fourth paragraph. What utter pandemonium, what terror and pure fright, as that awful shadow chased me in the darkness of night. Now in fourth paragraph, what happens? The poet is sharing about his fear, that how the poet was being frightened by the shadow. So the shadow was just chasing the poet in the dark, and the poet was just running to protect himself from that shadow. Now, fifth paragraph. I am your undone homework. It shouted in a shriek. You should we have done at least before last week. In fifth paragraph, what happens? The shadow starts speaking. And what does the shadow speaks? The shadow says that I am your undone homework, and you have not done me. You should have done this. You should have completed it in the last week, but you did not completed your work. So I have came in your dream to just make you remember that your homework is still pending. Now sixth paragraph. It chased me round the garden, though a misty grey wet fog, that nasty horrid homework, it went and ate my dog. So when the poet saw the shadow talking, he again started running towards the garden, passing through misty, grey and wet fogs, and was very terrified by the shadow. And the shadow was just chasing the poet, and the poet was just frightened about the shadow. And while running back, or while chasing the poet, the shadow ate the poet's pet, that is dog. I bounded right out of my bed and did my homework well that day, and now I do my homework before it's time to play. So now in last stanza, what happens? The poet was very frightened by the shadow. So he just wake up from the sleep, he just wake up from the bed, and he did all his homework and decided that he will do his homework, his daily homework on time, and sometimes before time also, but he will do this homework before going to play. So this was the wonderful poem about the homework, which is related to you also, and it is an example for you too, that you should do your homework on time. So I hope you have understood the poem. Now what you have to do in homework is, you have to write the word meanings which are given in the poem. You have to just write the word meanings in your fair copy, and you have to send your response in the regular class group. Thank you.